My son Odin was the most precious gift in my life. Just like God has left his footprint in the sand, my baby footprint is in my heart forever. He was my strength. I love him dearly.
The jury's verdict was well supported by the evidence, and I applaud the close attention the jurors paid to the evidence in discharging their civic duty. Aaron Hernandez may have been a well-known New England Patriots football player. However, in the end, the jury found that he was just a man who committed a brutal murder.
You try not to form an opinion until you've seen the evidence.
We follow the court's orders. Assume that the man sitting in that seat is innocent until the prosecution proves he's guilty. And that's what happened today.
Sister Sullivan, will Aaron make an appeal?
Excuse us.
Was
it a mistake to admit he was there?
What wrong?
Anything about my man.
Do you have anything to say at this point? Did Aaron say anything to you? What were his last words?
Aaron Hernandez sentenced to life in prison without parole today. Michelle Steele has been covering the trial since day one, and she joins us now. Michelle, you were in the courtroom when that verdict was read. What did you see during that emotional moment?
Well, it was very interesting at that time. I've never been in a more tense courtroom, and certainly over the duration of this trial, there have been many tense moments. At that moment, we saw his defense attorney, Jamie Sultan, sort of put his hand on Hernandez's shoulder and had him sit down, sort of a sign of, you know what, you're going to want to sit down for the rest of this. As soon as he heard the guilty charge on first-degree murder, at that point, his fiance collapses into tears into the arms of his mother. Tears for the victim's family as well. Odin Lloyd, you could see the tears in his girlfriend's face, the mother very emotional, his cousin and uncle. But the entire courtroom, I think, gasped when they heard the verdict, David. You know, not many people were expecting that verdict today, I think, and first-degree murder. With it comes a life sentence, no parole here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I know the people that know thought this might be a hung jury because of the length of the deliberations. What did the defense have to say after the proceedings were done, Michelle?
Well, I can answer that for you very quickly, actually, because they had nothing to say. I saw Jamie Sultan right outside the courtroom. I asked him, are you going to mount any more of an appeal beyond the automatic appeal that you get in Massachusetts? You know, every capital crime is reviewed by the state Supreme Court, and it was an absolute no comment. They could not look like they wanted to get out of here any faster. All three of them very quickly walking to their cars.
I'm guessing the prosecution was a bit more expansive. What were they telling you after the verdict came down?
Yeah, they were certainly a lot more vocal. Both the DA as well as the lead prosecutor on this case said despite Aaron Hernandez being a Patriots player, this was a day where nobody, even if they excel in a sport, nobody is above the law. And I asked the lead prosecutor, Bill McCauley, specifically, you know, were there specific challenges that his status as a Patriots player presented to you as a prosecutor? And he said, we tried to treat Aaron Hernandez like any other citizen of this county. Our mandate here is to treat homicides very, very seriously. And he said, given that we got the kind of verdict that we got today, conviction for first-degree murder, he said, quote, the system worked. It doesn't matter if you're a Patriots player or not.
Michelle, we saw Aaron Hernandez being taken off in handcuffs. What happens next for him?
Yeah. I mean, David, how life has changed for Aaron Hernandez, right? You know, I actually just saw his van leave the courthouse a few minutes ago, and this time it was to jeers. Actually, one of the reasons that I turned around to notice the van was because you could hear people heckling him from the street, yelling at him in that van. And what a 180-degree sea change from that first day when he was indicted and brought to that Attleboro District Court, and he left the courtroom in that van, and there were people yelling, you know, free 81 and go Aaron Hernandez, and he was getting cheers from some people in the crowd. Well, maybe some of those same people are the ones who are booing him and heckling him today. I should mention that he is due to go to a Walpole prison, a correctional facility. That, David, I drive by the town of Walpole when I'm going to cover the Patriots. It is a 5 to maybe 8 minute drive. It is not far away, but what a sad twist and a sad irony. I don't know if we'll be able to hear the cheers at Gillette, but not far from his old home.
Yeah, you're right. That is somewhat ironic. Michelle Steele, live from Fall River, Massachusetts. Aaron Hernandez, again, found guilty of murder in the first degree today.